Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Rogue, and this is my Flosstube number. Again, I was doing a whole bunch of things before I came on, and I didn't look up the number, but I think it's 48. We're by a window, or we're by two technically, but that one faces the street. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is a floss tube about cross stitch, and I have some whips, and I found some really cool things at Target that I think it's going to do perfect for fully finishing a couple of my projects. And I started a knit along with my sister, and yesterday was my birthday. So let's get started. You ready to get started? So the first whip I'm going to show you, please don't bark, okay? I took this out one day when I got frustrated with my cross-stitch camp piece. It's Joyful Snowman. It's a dimensions kit by the design is by Barb Tourtillotte. I'm not sure. Hold on, I'm going to turn on another light. It's a little dark. It's late in the day. Well, the light apparently is not plugged in. I have no idea why. So I'm just going to go with it. So I picked up something else while I was checking on the light. I don't know where to put it. So here is the work I've done on Joyful Snowman. Got tired of doing random blue, so I started stitching the little bunnies at the bottom. This is his tummy. So that's that. I only worked on it because I got really frustrated with my cross-stitch camp piece. So I'm going to show you that next. I have not worked on it. I didn't work on it at all yesterday. Sorry, I didn't get anything out of the bags because I have a lot of stuff over here and I just didn't want to get it all mixed up. So, this is JoAnn, a Crystal Snowlady mouse, and those little birds gave me fits. And also, there's threads behind here because I haven't finished this. This back stitching around, you have to, I had it all the way up over here, and I realized somewhere my count was wrong, and so it was too close on this side. So I have to finish that. I've got this side done down to here, and it has to go around and go back up. After that, I also have Krynic, which is going to go right in here and a few places around here and there, and beading, and this will be done. And I'm not stressing too much. There's a few sequins and stuff to put on too, but too much about it. But I had to give my eyes a break. They're not as red right now as they have been. We've been getting tons and tons of rain, which means every weed in the state is growing right now, as are plants. And I am allergic to everything. I'm allergic to outside. All the grasses that grow here, all the trees that grow here, both dust mites. So growing season's not fun for me. If I drive by a freshly mown lawn, I get an immediate headache, and so I take a lot of allergy medicine, which means that my eyes also have issues. And the eye doctor I'm visiting didn't want me to take an eye drop that a previous eye doctor had suggested I take. And I think that's what's wrong. They hurt, and sometimes they're red. And so working with this tiny, the 1/1 on the 32 count, yeah, not for me. I love this fabric, and when I was doing just 2/2, it wasn't horrible. It was hard, but I could do it for a while. And I got a magnifying glass with a little light. I didn't get an expensive one, but it would the light would reflect back up in my eyes more, and so it was more irritating. And so I had to just and then I tried just the magnifying glass, and I didn't find it comfortable, and I didn't find it helped a lot. So yeah, that's how that went. Sorry. So that's how far I've gotten on that. And then my other whip was When Witches Go Riding, the Tinymodernist mystery stitch along. I did print out the second portion, even though I'm not nearly there. I think it's funny that it ends on when witches go riding, black cats are seen the. But I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not caught up by any stretch of the imagination, but I have gotten a little bit more on that. And if I don't get it done by Halloween, it's not tragic, but this is where I am. So I was all set to work on this. I put down my JoAnn and took this out, was ready to work on it. My tablet had been, I used the tablet. I have the printed out pieces, but I used the tablet, and you can see I even started here, with the threads and all that. And I have a needle minder on here. I didn't bother because it was late in the day, but I wanted to work on it like 30 minutes, half an hour, something like that. It was maybe 11 when I picked it up. And I went to get my tablet, which had been plugged in, and it died right away. And I was like, what the heck? So I tried using the paper pattern for a while. So I got I took the tablet and brought it back over to plug it in, and I have to have it standing to plug it in, because one time I was charging it where I stitch, and it fell and somehow damaged where you charge it. And I mean, I've switched charge cords and all that. It's not that, but it has to just be just like that to make the contact correct. And so it has to be like upright where the cord is hanging down a little bit, and it charges just fine. And I thought, wow, maybe it's more broken than I thought. And I come over here to check on it and plug it in again. And I looked at the outlet, and it was not plugged in. A week ago, when we filmed our Three Sisters creative video, we had unplugged it so that we could plug in the fan, because this room gets very hot. There's air conditioning vents, or there is a air conditioning vent in here, but because there is quite a few windows, it is a west facing room, and the ducting in this house is crazy town. This room hot, really hot. So as a matter of fact, when I'm sewing in the late afternoon, I have to just set it aside and not be in here because it's just too uncomfortable, even with the fan on. So we had unplugged it. So I had the cord plugged into it for like 2 days with, it not even plugged into the wall, which is hilarious. So my next thing that I did was I dyed fabric. And I did show these on Three Sisters Creative website, but I mean on my Etsy, on my Instagram and on my Facebook pages, but not my Facebook page, but I did share it there. But you couldn't really see it because the pictures I took did not have the whole thing. So I dyed this fabric specifically for And to All a Good Night, and you can see I started on it, and I'm going to show you more about that in a minute. And I dyed this piece. Oh, I left one. I dyed another kind of a teal piece for Resting Beach Face. I guess I could go get it. Anyway, here, I'll go get it in a sec. Here is the green. That's for one of my patterns. And these three, here's one. Now if you recall, I dyed something that looked kind of like this, and I really love it. And I thought, those Twin Peak Primitives Halloween patterns, the little ones that just came out recently, it's a set of 3, and I wish I could remember what they're called. I thought, oh, that'll look cool on it. These 2 were in the exact same bin of dye as this one. And I was doing everything the same. But they don't look anything like each other. And this is what happens, with dye lots in anything, threads and all that. You can do the same thing, but it's not the same. And then this, my only excuse is that I had to get up very early, and I basically hadn't slept on Friday night and got up very early on Saturday. Saturday was my birthday, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But I said this was coloring for fun. No, cross-stitching for fun. I've dyed 2 fabrics already, and I used those to kind of guide what I was doing. I accidentally touched that green fabric to it. And so this is intended for the fall version. And the spring and summer, I really like. I like this too. I don't know if you can tell, there's subtle like oranges in it. The leaves, I didn't want to make it orange like this one. It's basically that same idea. But I wanted it much lighter because the other 2 are very light, and on the fall it's just orange leaves. So I didn't want anything fighting with it, but I wanted it to still kind of have that tone to it a little bit. And I am going to go get the last one I dyed for the Resting Beach Face because I think it's awesome. Okay, so I'm back, and I apologize in advance if my dog starts barking. Their neighbors roaming around. So this is the one I dyed for Resting Beach Face. I love it. And while I was there, this was there, and this is the original orange and yellow one that I did. That I didn't want to make it exact because this is very, very, very bright. But I was aiming for close, and it's close. This one has more, streaks, But so I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with these. I mean, you know, this one, I'm very tempted to put more orange on it. It's actually coral, but I might not. We'll see. I'll think about it. So that brings me to my birthday. So I decided the reason I was dyeing fabric is because my birthday was on Saturday, and I wanted to do a birthday start, and I was thinking about all the projects that I have that I would like to do. And I really do love And to All a Good Night, and I got all the threads and was excited to get started on it. And I thought, you know, what better time? So I went ahead and I'm sure you guys are familiar with the pattern. I don't really care for paper patterns, but I wanted this. I got it right away. I just love it. But it's in 2 pieces. So I'm finding it very difficult to try to manage that. And I found something at Target that's going to help. Oh, yay. So here's the pattern. And I was going to start in the corner. I got the corner gauge out. I was going to start in the corner. I'm still waiting for the icicle to come into the attic. They haven't contacted me that it's in, and I was so busy on Friday and Saturday that I forgot to call. They said it might be a while. So I'll work on everything else except the white, and if they can't give me a more definitive idea of when, I might order it from 123 Stitch. I want to support the attic if I can, you know, but I need 3 skeins, and they only had 1, and that would give me 2. And while those 2, the dye lot was very similar, I don't want to wait for a 3rd and have the dye lot be completely different. And I thought, well, I could take the one I have and just do snowflakes. But what if I run out in the middle of a snowflake? So I'll just wait. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten. The middle tree. Just worked on it yesterday. I started it during our 3 Sisters Creative video. And I love the way the fabric came out. To me, it does look like a stormy night. You know, we don't get storms here like that for Christmas. Although we've been having a heck of a lot of storms. I mean, really pouring. And we didn't get any rain to speak of last year. You know, just it would rain enough to make the windshield on your car dirty, and that's it. We had a half of a dust storm. So it's so good to be, you know, seeing the rain, but my dog hates getting wet. She hates it. And this past week it had been raining all night, and you know, my habit is to, as soon as I get up, I let her go out to go to the bathroom, and she doesn't want to go out on her own. She wants me to open the door for her on her dog door. My son tells her go outside, she will, but not for me. No, her little hands are broken and she can't go out the dog door on her own. So when she started to go out, she pulled back because it was still not raining, but, you know, drizzling, if that, little droplets here and there. And but because I insisted, she went ahead and went out. And she immediately turned around and looked at me, didn't go to the bathroom, just turned around and looked at me. Her little paws were like this deep in water. And she's looking at me with her little paws in the water going, I can't go to the bathroom in this. It's horrible. She's just there. And so, she wasn't going to go. So I went ahead and just let her come in, and I had to get dressed and go out in the backyard, because in the backyard, there's areas where she doesn't mind so much because the water, is not as deep and stuff. And she can get where the rain isn't hitting her. Or I have been known to, because like if it rains day after day after day, I have to take her with an umbrella outside and hold an umbrella up over her. She won't go to the bathroom. And then she'll have an accident and die because she won't go out in the rain. Yeah, it's funny. It sounds funny, but when you're dealing with it, you're like, I'm going to kill this dog. So that's what I've done on this. And I had another new start, but it is a knitting start. My sister Naomi, who is a huge knitter, now I taught her how to knit quite some time ago, convinced me to join a knit along. And she purchased some yarn for me for my birthday, as did my other sister. And I'm going to show you 3 of them first, because the other one's attached to some yarn. So here's 3 of them. Love the way they work together. And then I started the knit along. It started on my birthday. I don't want to pull it off. And here's the 4th color. I haven't gotten real far on it. I got a little bit further than this, and I'm like, my tension's awful. Like I said, I haven't picked up knitting needles in, I don't know, years. So that, and then that brings me to my other project, which is this. I'm going to do a quilt for myself, and I wanted to try out the pattern. So I bought at JoAnn's. I bought those little. They're junior jelly rolls, and this is what I'm making. And in the pattern, and I brought the pattern here so you could see it. Not the pattern, but the picture of the blanket. Let me see if I can show you without showing you any of the pattern. So it's a light and a dark version, right? And on mine, instead of putting all dark and all light, because you have the individual squares, light squares and dark squares. Well, each one has 2. Like this one has the very light and the very dark, and this one has the medium light and the medium dark. So you're supposed to take 4 like this and put them together, and 4 like this and put them together. But since I want to do this as a bag, project bag, it's going to be like this. I said, well, if I did it that way, then on one side would be the one colorway and the other side would be the other one. And so I decided to do it like this. So I put the border strips that are supposed to go all the way around on the sides, and there's going to be another strip up here. And then there's going to be the handles. I'm either going to use this same color, maybe, but I have some more of this, and I might do that. We'll see. But this is the color that's going to be on the inside. And it is here right here, so it's repeated on the inside. I thought this was a beautiful color for the inside. And it will be quilted. So I was real excited. Put aside other sewing projects I was supposed to be doing, like the other project bags, and my thumb does still hurt, but only when I touch it in the wrong place. So I don't want this to get all mushed up. Okay, because I spent so much time ironing it. Speaking of that, here is the finished pastel. And Mary O on our Three Sisters Creative, her comment wasn't because of her comment, it was that she commented. But her comment was interesting. She heard herself for her craft, her music. So she won that. And then that brings me to haul. So I mentioned the other quilt that I'm working on. And I did show the line here. It's but it's also batiks. That's why I decided the pre-quilt should be batiks, because you work with them a little bit differently. And this fabric right here is what I wanted the borders to be. I love teal, and this, I wanted it for the borders. It's got hummingbirds on it. This is called Hummingbird Lane. And I ordered it, the fat quarter, no, the jelly roll, I ordered from Fat Quarter because while I found the line on Missouri Star Quilt Company, they didn't have the jelly roll in stock, but Fat Quarter did. Fat Quarter didn't have very many of the fabrics, but they did have the jelly roll. So I went ahead and ordered it because it was out one place. I didn't want it to be out everywhere. I didn't want to pick something else. I fell in love with that. But Missouri Star said that they would have more of the teal fabric with the hummingbirds on it in the middle of June, or maybe late June. They said late June, early July. So I ordered it from Hancock Fabrics. They said, but they didn't say on their website that it was out of stock until after I purchased it. And so it was on back order until July 15th. But since I purchased it through PayPal, they had to cancel it because they didn't have it by when they said. And I was like, well. So I went ahead and ordered I told you last week, my second choice. And, it's pretty. I love it. Still teal. Not the same. But I like it. But I was really disappointed that I couldn't get the same dark border, because it's very bright, very busy, and I love the idea of the dark border, and I'll still use that, pillowcases or pillow shams, something. So I ordered a different batik from Missouri Star. It came Friday, this one. And I was like, is it going to be the same? Is it going to be the same? You know what? It's very, very, very close. I'm very excited, right? Matches very well. So it should go. However, I was watching one of the YouTube channels on quilting that I follow, which is Jordan Fabrics. She shows every week, I don't know. She shows often that, different quilts that she's making, and some of them she's designed the pattern and the pattern's free, and others you have to purchase the pattern. And I just enjoy watching it while I'm cross-stitching or whatever. Actually, I don't watch YouTube very often while I'm stitching. While I'm sewing, but I do watch a lot of it while I'm stitching. Both Flosstube and quilting and, other history. I love history, so I watch a lot of history. And they were giving away a quilt. And you had to go register for the giveaway on their website. And so I did that. Who doesn't want a free quilt? Well, while I was on their website, I was like, you know what? I'm going to look and see if they carry this fabric. And if they do and it's on back order sold out, because I haven't been able to find it anywhere, you know, because I've looked other places than the ones I mentioned. It was listed and I ordered some. It shipped. So I should be getting the one I want. So now I can make my quilt. I can make some pillow shams or pillowcases or something to go on the bed with it. Probably pillow shams, because I have a lot of pillows on my bed, a lot. Not just the two that are in pillowcases, but you know, your sheets usually come with pillowcases. So, yay! And then and when I ordered that, I wanted some decorative zippers, and I thought these would be thinner. They're not. I don't think I can use them for the idea I had in mind, but I love them. Some have, like, look at that white one. It's got little flowers in it. This red one has hearts. This pink one has hearts. The teal and purple have flowers. The green has, I don't know, X's. You know, it's just, they're beautiful, but they're wider than I thought they would be, and this is like a jacket zipper, you know. But you wouldn't put these on a jacket because it's a nylon zip. So usually on a jacket you want metal, you know, so withstand the heavier fabric. And the zips themselves have a little punch out of, it's like a starburst or something in it. They're really beautiful. So I don't know what I'm going to use them for, because I can't use them for what I intended, but they're just beautiful. So today, my dad, I was waiting for him to get out of church. My sister and I went to church, to the service with him, but he wanted to stay for something, so we were going to come back for him later, or meet him and my sister later, and so we were just trying to kill an hour and a half. So, and we were going to go to Penny's, because I got a gift card to Penny's for my birthday. But Penny's wasn't open until 11, and we didn't want to wait that long, and so we went to Target. You know, in the spot area in Target, they have out stuff for fall and for college. I'm going to move my yarn here so I can pick this stuff up easily. Just a second. Oops. I'm bumping my pastel and I don't want to mush it. Okay, so the first thing I spied there were these little tables. They're three-legged tables. There's three nested, I don't know if you can tell, three nested little tables, and it was $5 for the set. And can you see them stacked like that, and you can display your small cross stitch on them? Isn't that fantastic? Love it. Or, you know, other things that you might want to display. And then in that same area, they had these nested little trays that you could display stuff on, and also $5. So I was very excited. Okay, yeah, I can do that. That's a good thing. And they had these frames. Now, these were only $3, and I don't care about the pumpkins and stuff. I'm gonna put those on something else. But if I fold this, maybe you can see. It's like amazingly perfect. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that will work. And I bought two. This one is the same price. It was just, you know, I don't know why I bought two different ones. Like I said, I'm not planning to use, but I could use the fall stuff for something else. So, but the reason I bought two I can't fold it right because I have to hold it up. But look at that. That would also fit in there. However, this would also look amazing on this. It's chalkboard. And this one, here's another chalkboard piece, would also look amazing on this, and actually I might finish it onto this. Oh. It fits. So, sorry, it's not, I'm not doing a real good job showing you because I'm too excited. I'm moving too fast. Is that amazing or what? You know, with other stuff around it to make it look old time. And it has a jute hanger. They were in the spot area. And this is $3. And it has some stencils so you can, you know, put stuff on it. Yeah, I'll use those stencils somewhere else. And then the round one. And it's also got stencils of leaves and pumpkins, you know, trick or treat. But remember I said I picked up something that could help me with Into All a Good Night. So they have these, and it's just you know, you can, so kids can put their work in here, right? But you can use a dry erase marker on it and it'll come right off, so that they can practice their ABCs or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna put the pattern in here. Sorry. I can put the pattern in here, and I can put the other one on the other side, or I can put the other one in another one. And if I want to, I can get those skinny dry erase markers and mark off what I've done or whatever I want to do, my notes or whatever. And these were $1 a piece. And I bought 3 because I have some other paper patterns that when I'm trying to work with them, you know, you don't want to, I don't like the sheet protectors because they're not stiff, and your pattern may be stiff, but the sheet protectors themselves are not stiff. So, but if you print out, if you have a pattern that you are wanting to use that isn't hard, you know, hold up like cardstock, or you don't want it to get damaged, like Resting Beach Face I have, it's a card. And on one side is the picture and the other side is the pattern. I don't want it to get damaged. But a sheet protector, it's small. So a sheet protector would, it would be swimming in there, and the rest of it would flop over and all that, and it wouldn't do that in here. So I'm really excited about that. Well, we came out of Target. We come out of there, and still had some time to kill. And guess what's across the street from our Target? Michael's. So I picked up, I'm doing when witches go riding, and I'm doing the Halloween gnomes, and I'm doing the Twin Peak primitives. And I remembered Priscilla talking about these at Michael's, and they only had a few left. So I went ahead and grabbed them. Grabbed 2 of those, and I got some little bats. And some candy corn and some pumpkins. Was my haul section longer than my cross stitch section? I need to stop spending money. Yeah. The stuff from Target, my dad wanted me to go pick out stuff for my birthday, so that was that. But I'm really excited about the stuff that I picked up today. Most of this I got today, except for the cloth I ordered, but so that's all I have. I appreciate all of my new subscribers. I should have said that at the beginning, I know. If you enjoyed my content, please like and subscribe. I am going to do, this past week was really busy for a variety of reasons, but I'm going to do a video with my sisters this coming week on a project in memory of my mom. Her birthday is the 18th. Leading up to my birthday was very difficult for me because we always kind of sort of celebrated around the same time. She was careful to make it my birthday and not hers, and we would do her birthday separately, but a lot of stuff we did together, like going out to eat and stuff, we celebrated, together. And we went to see, we made a day of it with my birthday. We filmed our YouTube video, and then right from there we went to go eat at Texas Roadhouse, and right from there we went to go see Respect, and it was so good. And anybody who knows somebody who's been trying to make stuff in the arts and music and stuff like that knows how easy it is for someone to take advantage, and it was wonderful. I love these biographical movies. Afterward, I usually make sure and try to see how much of that was factual, how much of it was creative license. But they did have a lot of video of her at the end of the movie and pictures, and it was fantastic. So I highly recommend it, especially if you're a music lover. And even if you didn't like her specific music, I think you would enjoy this movie immensely. I hope to, I didn't make any kind of art video this week. As I said, it was extremely busy. But in addition to the Three Sisters creative video that we plan to put out on or around the 18th, I do want to do a video of me making a placemat. It's a tote, and that is a very, very easy sewing project. If you not a big sewer, it's not a lot of seams, it's not very difficult, it's not advanced sewing at all. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that this week or wait until the fall or Christmas placemats come out at the Dollar Tree, because I don't want to spend a lot on, they're made out of placemats. You need two the same and one different. So I would love to make some fall totes, just to have, I have a 4th of July one that I'm holding my knitting in, and my mom and I both love totes, so anyway, I hope to do a video of that soon. And also a video of how I do the pastel, um, a small project like that with the turtle. It is quite time consuming, so it might be a series of videos on that. But if I do a really small one, it may not be so much. It doesn't have to dry or anything like that, but you do have to. It is a little bit on the meticulous side. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. If you're interested in the placemat one, please let me know. I tend to do quite a bit of different kinds of arts. Learned quite a few when I was working for the day program. Anything they asked me, to teach them, I did, including working with gourds and working with palettes and making candles, making soap, all those things. Some of them I'd done a little bit before, but I would just research it. And as a matter of fact, I kind of was thinking about doing a video about when you want to learn how to do something new. Where do you start? And it doesn't have to be what I'm showing you. It's just where do you start? Because a lot of times wanting to learn something new, you're like, oh, it says to buy this and to buy that, and I just wanted to show how I go about it, because I'm always wanting to learn something new. So that's all I have today. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. It's getting, toward the end of August. Schools are getting back in session. Everything is up in the air, I know. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week and happy stitching. Bye.